How we doing? Today is Monday. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Florida. It was very foggy this morning, but it cleared off. So I thought today I would give you the update about the 250 a month. How did it all go? Actually, it went fairly well. I didn't have a whole lot left at the end for food, so I would have probably done things a little bit differently with it. But on the upside, it was enough to get through the month for what I needed, but just barely. I did have a few expenses last month that I hadn't planned on normally having, like 2 doctor visits and a few other things. But it's certainly doable for the $250 a month. There were 3 times when my folks took me out. One was for dinner and twice for lunch. So if you want to say, well, if you went out to eat and you didn't really do it, then I think it's kind of splitting hairs. If somebody offers to take you out for a meal or something like that, I don't think that really changes it. But if it does, then in your opinion, then maybe I failed. But in my opinion, I was able to use the money that I had to not just only get the food, pay for my bills and things I had for that month, which was interesting to try to do. But it was not easy. I mean, you really had to pinch your pennies, and I had to make sure I was keeping track of what I spent, way more than I normally would. But oh no, I think I did pretty good. I think the total, and I forgot what I did the piece of paper. I did the math last night. These are about I want to say it was about 246, right around there, 245 and change, something like that. So it wasn't too bad. I could have eaten more if I had more food, but I ate enough that I wasn't certainly going without. And the bills that I had, which are few, I admit, did get paid. The dog got fed. So everything got taken care of. It was tight, though. Certainly wouldn't be something you'd want to do for the rest of your life, but it was doable. I have learned a lot in that month's time, though, about buying food stuff and getting things in better deals, like going to the dollar store and buying stuff that are on sale. I bought a few things which I didn't end up eating, which if I hadn't bought, would have saved me a couple of dollars. So that would have been something to look more into. It was interesting though, because it really made you realize what you were spending and what you're spending it on. Especially in the beginning of the month, I was real diligent. Towards the end, when I could start to see the end of it, I would buy something that maybe in the first month I wouldn't, because I still had a little money left. I think if I could pay what my bills were and do a little bit better with the food, I could probably do it for about $235 to about $240, which would give me that $10 cushion every month, which you could use to buy some extra canned goods to help build up a stock. So if you took an extra $5 to $10 and bought some canned goods each month, after 6 months or so, you would have some extra supplies put up. I think that would be kind of interesting to try. But this month, I'm not going to be sticking to the same plan. It's not that I have more money. It's just I got other things I got to be doing. And I got some other things I'm going to look into. Some stuff that I might be doing some videos about. But it's certainly doable. There are a couple important things. First of all, make sure you write down everything you need at the beginning of the month for bill monies. And take that right out of your food money to begin with. Don't think about it or say, I'm not really sure. Find out. If you're not sure about something, it's best to definitely fudge it up a little bit. If you think you had a bill that was going to be, say, $20, but you thought maybe it might be 21, go with the 21 or 22 just to be sure, because it's better by the end of the month to have a few dollars left over than to be too short. Definitely buy some stuff at the dollar store, or go to Walmart and buy the generic version of things. You know, I think it's great value is Walmart's. You can save a lot of money that way. Don't buy something you think you might want. Only buy stuff you know you're going to do. And don't buy all your food in advance. Like I did, I went in the beginning of the month and then halfway through. Because as you eat through it, you may not eat something. Or you may decide maybe you didn't like that. If you bought all of your stuff at the beginning of the month, it would make it a little harder. Ideally, you do it once a week, but that can be a little tough too. But plan that out. Make sure you plan a little outing or something. Even if it's just to buy something off the dollar menu at McDonald's, because it definitely breaks up the monotony. Like I said, a lot of us are in tight quarters, and you may not be dealing with the same thing. You may have more money than that. But it was something I wanted to see if I could do, and it was really interesting to try to focus on the important things and paying the bills, make sure I had the money for that, make sure I had enough food for me and the dog, and then if I could get something, you know, in there, it was good. And of course, if, you know, somebody offers to give you a meal or take you out, certainly say yes. Like I said, it certainly didn't make a difference as to whether or not I starved to death, but it was a nice treat that when someone did that, I appreciated it more, I think is what it really come down to. You know, it was, you know, I was doing good on the food, but then when they offered to say, hey, we're going out to dinner, would you like to go? It was a nice change of pace for me, and I appreciate it more, and I think I have a much more grounded understanding about my money situation now. I don't take it for quite as much granted, which is good. Every now and then you got to do that. Sometimes we get into a mentality where we kind of lose focus on stuff like that. You know, we don't really keep track of it, and then we always wonder where all the money go. And it was interesting. So I urge you to try something like that if you can, or maybe you should see what you could do with just another idea is like taking $25 a week and putting it aside. See if you can do that. Or maybe you take the $20 a week and buy something like some canned goods and put those aside for a couple weeks until you have it built up, so you can start that way. The best thing is to buy some stuff when it's on sale and buy generic. There are some things generically that I buy that I don't like as much. You know, there's a few things that you can buy that, to me, whether it's a no-name brand or a store brand or the name brand, taste the same. But you have to go with your own circumstances and make sure you buy stuff you're going to eat. Don't buy stuff that you think might be good or somebody else might want. Make sure it's stuff you're going to eat. And don't get discouraged if it doesn't go smoothly the first time. I had a few days where I didn't really want what I had on hand. And, you know, you have to make do with that. And you have to plan ahead. Like I said, you need a little bit of a cushion in case you have a day like that. It happens. So all in all, it went pretty good. I won't get into all the details because my situation and your situation will be different. The whole point of it was the fact that if I could do it for $250 a month, I succeeded, but it was very, very close. If I had only had the $240, I wouldn't have quite made it. So it was just enough money to get things done, which was the important thing. And I got a much more better understanding of what I'm going to do with my money from here on out. So anyway, I thought I'd let you guys know about that. Don't forget to check the links down in the bucket for some good people and new subscribers. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, store brand stuff. You know, and I'm lucky because I actually have a real dollar store where everything in the store is $1. So it made it really easy for me to go in and buy stuff. You know, you go to some things like the Family Dollar and there's $2, $3, $4, $5, $6 for things. So really, you want to do that. And as much as I hate Walmart, they do have some good deals on food. But if you're like me, go to Walmart, know where you're going, get in and get out. And go very early in the morning because that place is a madhouse. I don't even go there. It's a different video altogether. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you tomorrow.